And all of that's happening as the threat looms of a special session to ban mask mandates by local school districts. And now we have Speaker Sexton's signed letter to the governor asking for that session. It says, quote, "We believe there is a need to curtail the overreach by independent health boards and officials and protect all Tennesseans from misdirected mandates designed to limit their ability to make their own decisions," end quote. New here at 5, State Capitol reporter Gerald Harris hears from a legal scholar questioning whether lawmakers can make this a reality.
Some House lawmakers are lining up to sign on to a letter from House Speaker Cameron Sexton to call the legislature back into session to ban mask mandates some school districts have approved.
I think the biggest question we have right now is what is the authority of state governors as opposed to local school boards?
Sexton could face resistance not only from the state Senate to reject a special session.
One, it's a lot of money that our taxpayers will have to bore. And the second is we are not equipped to make those decisions for our school boards.
But existing law, which gives authority to school boards to maintain the health and safety of kids, and a change to that could put Tennessee in a courtroom once again.
DeSantis, I know in Florida, talks about the right of parents over their children. Well, that's an important right. But what about the parents who would like the opportunity to send their child to a school where they don't think COVID is going to be rampant?
And while a statewide mask or vaccine mandate is unlikely in Tennessee, it's not unheard of. A Supreme Court decision in Jacobson versus Massachusetts set a precedent.
And in that decision written by Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., the court said the court upheld a fine against people who refused to get vaccinated. And it largely did so on the basis that, this was for the common good.
Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally's office says he is not pursuing a special session to ban mask mandates in schools. However, his spokesperson says in a statement, in part, if a special session is called, he will work with Speaker Sexton and Governor Lee to address any issues contained in the call. In Nashville, I'm Gerald Harris.
Now, there are 2 ways for a special session to be called in Tennessee. Lawmakers could call one themselves with 2/3 of all members in both chambers voting in favor, or the governor could call one. All 73 House Republicans have signed on to Speaker Sexton's letter. Meanwhile, another school system, Hamilton County, that's Chattanooga's district, has called for a mask mandate.